that I'm really coming to terms with it is how you make time for what you want to make time for. No tea, no shade, no harsh feelings, but just a reality. You make time for what you want to make time for. I'm coming to terms with that. I'm accepting it in a different type of way on my end and on the receiving end of other folks, and just really allowing folks to be in that energy of making time for what they want to make time for. Not that I wasn't, but it's one of those things that now dislodging from my mind of even expressing care about or concern about. Like, if I don't hear from somebody, I'm like, cool. Not that I cared before, but I would always be like, wonder what that's about. There's always this like underlying curiosity when you're not in touch with folks as much as you would assume or were, and life happens, our attention goes where it needs to be. We all grown. However, there's a certain level of expectation that you have sometimes for some people, and sometimes it's mutual, sometimes it's one-ended, which is where a lot of times it can have you messed up, right? If you have more expectations than the other person either knew about, or vice versa, right? But it just is coming to me as one of those things now that is just like completely dislodging. It's marinating in my body in a different type of way of like, you really make time for what you want to make time for, not in a way that is intentionally harming other people on my end, or in a way of accepting that if people want you around, they're gonna have you around. If people don't, they won't. End of story. It's very simple. It's not complicated. And sometimes I know that people make it complicated because humans, we can be very simple, but there's something about being complex that I think the human blueprint thrives off of. Some of us, at least. Some of y'all. I know we're all multidimensional, but let me speak for myself. I'm a multidimensional human, and there's levels and layers to me. I'm only as complex as you perceive me to be. However, I don't get off on being complex, but shit could really be so simple.